We are the Pelicans. We are New Orleans. We are Hart. We are Hayes.
NOLA has been in a state of a rebuild for a while now. If you doubted this, then we're sure you haven't considered the plethora of franchise-altering moves they've made in the past year or two. In that case, you've come to the right place. In today's video, we're going to bring you up to speed on everything the New Orleans Pelicans are up to these days and give you all the details about the new members of the team. Let's get right into it, shall we? But first, a simple reminder on how to enter our brand new giveaway. We are giving away either an iPhone X Max, the new iPad mini, or MacBook Pro. It's all your choice. So be sure to leave a like, comment the keyword, subscribe, and turn on notifications to enter the giveaway. It's really that simple. We knew things were about to get real when the New Orleans Pelicans flipped one of the league's best players in Anthony Davis for a slew of draft picks and high-quality young talent. Then they drafted the most popular rookie in recent memory, Zion Williamson. Plus, they found the time to replace their coach with a seasoned veteran in Stan Van Gundy. Luckily for the organization, things are looking up. Zion proved to be a bright spark in the global health situation ravaged season, despite his obvious injury issues and growing pains. Brandon Ingram became an all-star, and he snagged the league's Most Improved Player award. Plus, Lonzo Ball has been hitting threes at an impressive clip, something we never thought was possible. By hiring Stan Van Gundy, the Pelicans have a guy that's proven his mantle in the wide-open Eastern Conference time and time again. He's an expert in grooming young players, just ask JJ Redick, and he's one thing that the former coach wasn't. He's a proven veteran of numerous deep playoff runs. Those are just some of the reasons why the last free agency window was one of the most vital in the franchise's recent history. They knew that they were flirting with either potential greatness or sustained mediocrity. It was now time for them to pick a side. Judging from the earlier moves in the free agency window, it is clear that the organization is not just concerned with rebuilding, they are also quite keen on winning now. That's why they added Steven Adams to the band, knowing quite well that the Zion at center experiment would not take them to the proverbial holy grail. Now that the free agency is rounding up, most of the key deals have been signed, and we are a mere 2 weeks from the opening tip-off. Now it's time to fill out the roster with a few developmental pieces and wild cards that could do the job if need be. That's why the organization signed a few prospects on the second day of December. Behold, the new guys. The new guys. Amongst the 4 new guys, we have someone originally drafted as a Pelican way back in the 2018 NBA draft. We also have dudes that played amazing basketball overseas. The talent pool is diverse, and I'm sure that Coach Stan Van Gundy would be pleased. So without further ado, let's meet the new Pelicans. 1. Ike Anigbogu. Christopher Ike Anigbogu is undoubtedly the standout new signee on the New Orleans Pelicans roster. He's been around the game, and he's reputed to have a good feel of the game. He was Lonzo Ball's teammate on the UCLA Bruins roster, and he did a great job as a key piece to their second unit. Anigbogu is a fantastic shot blocker as well as a decent rebounder. The Indiana Pacers drafted him in the second round of the 2017 NBA draft with the 47th overall pick. When drafted, it was expected that he would be a decent development player racking up minor minutes, but he was struck by a nasty knee injury. This made him miss the 2017 Summer League and the majority of that year's NBA season. Anigbogu stayed on the Pacers for 2 seasons, having multiple assignments to their NBA G League affiliate, the Fort Wayne Mad Ants, even though his knee had significantly plagued his professional basketball career. Anigbogu signed for NOLA on December 2nd, 2020, following a brief stint with the Erie Bayhawks, where he played 6 games and averaged 9.5 points and 4.8 rebounds. What he brings to the team. Anigbogu is a relatively undersized center who is a decent rebounder and prolific shot blocker thanks to his advanced vertical ability and unique wingspan. He has been a reserve player for most of his career, developing a reputation for being a hard-nosed defender and efficient threat at the offensive end. A lot of questions have been asked about whether he can stay fit for a prolonged period. No, thanks to his troublesome knee, which has been repaired numerous times through extensive surgery and rehabilitation. If he stays fit, he could bring something unique to the team as a backup to Steve Adams and the other front court options. It'll be interesting to see the UCLA alum playing at the highest level once more, side by side with his good friend and running mate Lonzo Ball. 2. Tony Carr. Tony Carr has been running it for some time. He gained a cult following of some sort after a series of jaw-dropping performances in high school playing for Roman Catholic High School, where he helped lead the Cahalites to back-to-back PIAA Quadruple A state championships. His standout performances earned him numerous accolades, the biggest being the Mr. Pennsylvania basketball honor for 2016. He played college football for Penn State university for 2 years, 2016 to 2018, averaging 17.4 points per game in the NIT championship before he declared the 2018 NBA draft. Carr was picked by the New Orleans Pelicans before he went on to sign a deal with the Italian club Auxilium Torino, which began a slew of European basketball contracts, including the Pallacanestro Cantu and Parma Basket of the VTB United League. Carr then found his way back to American football with a stint at the Erie Bayhawks beginning on January 3, 2020, where he averaged 8.5 points and 2.9 rebounds per game in the coronavirus-shortened season. He was then signed by NOLA on December 2, 2020. What he brings to the team. Carr is no stranger to college hooping fans, as he had an impressive stint on one of the best programs around. He showed the whole state of Pennsylvania what he could do with the basketball, and he impressed scouts enough in college to be drafted as the 51st pick of the 2018 NBA draft, ironically by the New Orleans Pelicans. NOLA fans would be hoping that his stints abroad would have fine-tuned his games to a certain level where he would be able to hang with the best of them in the NBA. The 6 to 5 point guard come shooting guard has already proved to be adept at the G League, averaging 10.0 points, 2.8 rebounds, and 3.8 assists in just 3 games. Let's see if he'll be able to cut it at this level while being a backup to established stars like Lonzo Ball and JJ Redick. 3. Jarrod Uthoff. The oldest of the new Pelicans, Jarrod Uthoff has been around for what seems like forever, but it's quite interesting that he hasn't seen that many NBA minutes. He molded his game in high school, starred at Jefferson High School, earning the Mr. Basketball Iowa honor for being the most talented high schooler in the state for the year 2011. Then he had a tumultuous early college career, which resulted in him being barred by Wisconsin coach Bo Ryan from transferring to 26 different schools. After that was cleared, Udhoff went on to star for the University of Iowa, being named to the 35-man mid-season watch list for the Naismith Trophy on February 11th and ending his college career averaging 13.0 points, 5.8 rebounds, and 1.7 blocks in 100 games. Udhoff went undrafted following his college journey, and he found a home for himself on the Sacramento Kings 2016 Summer League roster. Since then, he has had stints in varying degrees of success with the Raptors 905, Fort Wayne Mad Ants, twice, Dallas Mavericks, Texas Legends, Zenit St. Petersburg in Russia, Memphis Hustle, Memphis Grizzlies, and the Washington Wizards. What he can bring to the team. Udhoff's biggest strength is his basketball brain and sophisticated in-game IQ. The 6'9" forward has bounced around the NBA, the G League, and even found himself hooping in Russia. He brings something different to the team when compared to other forwards already on the roster. We've seen former G League players perform admirably after making the step up, and we're talking about a player with a G League resume of 121 games with Raptors 905, Fort Wayne Mad Ants, Texas Legends, and the Memphis Hustle, earning first-team All-G League honors with the Hustle in 2020 after averaging 19.0 points, 10.7 rebounds, 3.1 assists, and 1.4 steals in 34 contests. His maturity would also be super beneficial to a Pelicans team that has a very young core. Fingers crossed, this would prove an inspired signing for NOLA and a step in the right direction to a very underappreciated hooper. 4. Will Magnay. Will is the latest Australian on an NBA roster and the tallest new Pelican in the squad. Will Magnay has taken the tough route to the league, and it's only fitting that he ends up as NOLA's designated two-way player for the season. He was born in Brisbane, groomed at Nudgee College and the Australian Institute of Sport before he proceeded to play college basketball for Tulsa Golden Hurricane during the 2016-2017 season, where he averaged 3.9 points and 3 rebounds for the season. He was underdrafted in the 2018 NBA draft before returning to his home country to cut his teeth and learn the rudiments of professional basketball. Magnay has come a long way since he was assigned as a mere development player during his rookie season playing for the Brisbane Bullets. Magnay got so good towards the end of his NBL journey that he was selected as the league's most improved player for the 2019-2020 season. He was signed by NOLA on December 2, 2020 and assigned as a two-way designated player with their NBA G League affiliate, the Erie Bayhawks. What he brings to the team. Magnay is a 234-pound, 6'10" center with huge upside and few questions about his commitment levels. He was counted out quite early in his hooping career, considering that he wasn't even selected in the NBA draft, sort of like fellow Pelican Udhoff. What you are guaranteed with Magnay is a player that sticks to the coach's instruction and leaves no stones left unturned in unlocking his undeniable potential. It's not everyone that wins the most improved player in a league a mere 3 years after being recruited as a mere development player. It's an interesting time for a NOLA fan. They got the most improved player of the NBA and the most improved player of the NBL. That's going to be quite a story if they strike gold come the end of the season, and that pairing is tearing opposition teams up in the front court. It's an exciting time to be a New Orleans Pelicans fan. The team is young, exciting, and vibrant. Head coach Stan Van Gundy has a long history of pushing young, unpolished gems to greatness. The boardroom has stacked on first-round picks, and it looks like Zion might be playing as a 3 next season. season. They just added 4 very different players in Ike Anigbogu, Tony Carr, Jarrod Uthoff, and Will Magnay. The oldest among the 3 is relatively young, only 27 years old, and the youngest is a mere 22. Times are looking good, and hopefully we'll be in for a slew of highlight reels and interesting moves from this second unit. This is where we draw the curtains. Thanks for watching.